Making random characters in Mutants and Masterminds has become a I'm burnt out but can still do math type of hobby, and that's led to a large pile of character sheets. And as you've likely pieced together by now, I used to be a big old Sonic fanboy back in the day, so naturally he ended up on my list of characters to make. So I'll be showing you 4 Sonics today. One that's basic as far as Sonics go, an Archie Comics Sonic, and then 2 variations of that with the capacity of Supersonic. GMs should think very carefully before permitting the player to use Supersonic. I'm sure you can imagine why. Sonic's motive is doing good and protecting his friends, and his complication is hydrophobia. GMs should look for excuses to dunk Sonic at least once during the campaign session. Sonic does not get an athletics check to swim because he can't swim, but rather he should roll awareness to see if he can keep calm long enough to flounder his way to safety. Base Sonic stats may seem a little high, and some may choose to lower them or reallocate them into a sidekick, but strength I thoroughly believe should be left at 8, putting him between peak human but beneath your typical powerhouse character. I know agility is much higher than Eminem's sample speedster, and I'll admit I don't have as much sound basis for that, but it feels right to give him that sort of initiative, as well as that sort of capacity to be there on time. Speed 11, I checked the speed of sound. This will give you a little more than that, and from what I've seen of your typical official campaigns, that should be all the speed one needs so long as you're staying in 1 or 2 cities. Running up walls and on water are things I simply copied from the sample Speedster, but I do feel they are essential to Speedster characters in general. The homing attack and the spin dash were one of the more interesting parts of this. Sonic can get some pretty good leaps in, so I figured 1 rank of leaping, but paired with a feature that allows for a 2nd rank only if there is a target to home in on. The spin dash is a way to increase your damage, but possesses that activation flaw, taking 1 turn to charge, and that quirk. We've all played as Sonic and wanted to cancel out of the spin dash sooner than he was ready to stop, so it takes a move action to stop the spin dash. Skills are nothing to write home about. I gave careful consideration to his advantages though. Security clearance. He's a world-renowned hero. Who wouldn't give him security clearance? Connected, contacts, great endurance, evasion, and of course takedown for when you're using conveniently placed bandits to homing attack your way over a river, and 5 ranks of luck, Sonic's lesser-known superpower. I do mean that literally. Ask Mammoth Mogul how that all works, not me. If you feel that's more of an Archie Sonic thing than an average Sonic thing, of course you're free to reallocate those points. On that note, my Archie Sonic has 2 main differences in the stats. Agility I sent up to 20. Again, agility looks too high, even more so now, but I believed it was more necessary this time. Same reason I tacked on some more speed, because here's the thing about his speed, you can't put too much speed on him. You can't. This is the fastest of all known Sonics. Please just trust me. And this time I added quickness. Most Sonics don't strike me as the sort to handle tasks that require any precision as fast as he can run and fight, but Archie Sonic has pulled some Flash-like stunts in the early comics. And if you want to go for accuracy on this one, comprehend languages and animals spoken and understood. You've seen Farscape, right? Okay, Sonic had a little bout in space and got an implant as a souvenir that allowed him to talk to all the aliens he met along the way and eventually his own dog at home. So Supersonic, I advise GMs to only let 1 player in the group have a super form to begin with. Use the plot to limit the super form to the final battle, and only if you know all your other players are fine with being on the sidelines while the one friend glows yellow. It took me a while to reach a consensus with myself over how to apply a flaw with 7 requirements or 1 requirement, and then I remembered that 1 flaw on regeneration called Source. What using the Chaos Emeralds and Master Emerald have in common is that they provide a source of energy required for the transformation, so we're going to tack that on all of Supersonic's powers. I chose Flight 18 for mine. Yes, it's supposed to increase his running speed too, but who's running as Supersonic? You'll likely be flying. Enhanced traits, you might give the toughness on yours the most consideration. By my count, there were 3 instances where Supersonic has been damaged, or at least winded, so we know this state is not truly invincible. What I'm saying is, the player should still feel the need to take the fight seriously. And Chaos Control. 45 points for effects involving time and space. An argument could be made for adding the Fades flaw on all these powers as well, given how supersonic has historically worked, but I figured a source by definition is something that could be consumed. The other way to do this is with a source book from Mutants and Masterminds 2e called Mecha and Manga. I hate this book. I hate it. I spent a couple years reviewing anime and it explains what anime is better than I ever did. The little jerks provided plenty of inspiration for some of my characters and you should buy yourselves a copy. It comes with a power called Battle Form, which is like Variable, but 4 points per rank for 5 points worth of various upgrades. Combined with the Source Flaw, we can abuse this so that 19 ranks of Battle Form is only 57 points. That's all for my Sonics. You guys can probably remember some abilities he has or has had that I've forgotten about, and if your campaign is in space, you might find some reason to give him wisps. See you again whenever I finish Hunter x Hunter.